It's the one that I'm proudest of, because this set is homemade. Hello there, I'm Simon. Welcome to my channel. And welcome to Show and Tell. This is a new thing I'm starting, in which I show you something nerdy that I have made, done, or just own. And I tell you all about it. If this video does well, I might actually make it into a series. This is my dice kit for when I play Dungeons and Dragons. Let's have a look. Before I actually have a look at what's inside the box, I would like to talk a bit about the box itself. This started with, I think it was a Christmas gift. The box was a gift for Christmas that I got, and at first I thought, what the devil am I gonna do with this? And then I realized, this is perfect for Dungeons and Dragons. So I started thinking a bit about stuff that I might do with it, and let's just say I made some alterations. Not really alterations, but additions to the box. Starting, of course, with this. This is just a logo, or just a picture, of course. I wanted to draw something on it to make it clear that this was my dice pack, my dice kit. So I just went with a D20, obviously. So you also see it has a lock, right? It didn't have a lock. All it had was like a magnet to keep it closed, but I found that once you put the dice inside, that doesn't work too well. So I wanted to put in place a lock. I considered making one with paper clips, but I couldn't really figure out how to properly make one, and it wouldn't have looked very good either. So what I did instead was I went to a toy shop and I bought this thing. This is like a little toy treasure chest for when you want to play pirates. And when I saw the lock, I thought, perfect. And I took it off, as you can see. And instead, I put it onto this little box. So that's the story behind that. I also added some stuff on the inside. If I open it, you can see there is this little, what should I call it? A legend, I guess. It's a table with these, it's a Greek alphabet. And next to it are the values. You'll see why that's important in a moment. I could totally do without this, but it would just take longer. And if you look inside the box itself, you can see a green felt. It's a dice tray. So I can roll my dice into this box onto the contents. This baggie is a dice bag that I bought at Facts, which is like not the only one, but it's one of the Belgian Comic-Con versions. So yeah, I bought this little nice baggie to put my dice into. So let's have a look at all the dice that I have. First up are these black and white dice. This is the first set I got. This was even before I got into D&D. Why would someone who's not into tabletop role-playing games buy a set of polyhedral dice? because I'm a nerd. There is this thing called the Platonic Solids, which is a set of 5 polyhedrons with a regular amount of corners and sides and all that. So every corner has the same amount of edges and the same amount of surfaces meeting. All the corners are the same size, and all the surfaces have the same shape. And I got very interested in that, and I wanted some sort of 3D representation of those. So I figured I'd buy a set of polyhedral dice. Then later I got into Dungeons and Dragons, and I figured, hey, I already have dice. So that worked out pretty well. That's all I can say about those. Next up are these nice runic ones. I also got this set at Facts. I wanted a nice magical feeling set, so I figured this one was the most magical and most best looking set that they had, or to my taste. I did get another set at Facts, but that one is not in the box because it's elsewhere. If I make this into a series, you will probably see that at some point. Moving right on to the last set that I have at this moment. Yeah, I'm not much of a dice goblin, but like I don't hoard or collect sets, but I do like having them. So yeah. This is my prized possession in this collection of dice. It's the one that I'm proudest of, because this set is homemade. I made these dice myself at home from wood. I carved them using this knife, which by the way I got in Crete. You may notice this set is smaller than the other sets. Normal sets of polyhedral dice have 7 dice. This one only has 5, because this one doesn't have the d10s, making it just the Platonic Solids. Which is why I call this my set of Platonic Dice. It has all the Platonic Solids. There's more to it than just being the Platonic Solids. For that, I have to refer to this image. When I saw this in one of the Dungeons and Dragons groups that I'm in, my interest was piqued, because look very closely at that dice. What do you see? Not Arabic numerals. Not the normal numerals that we're used to. Those are actually Greek letters. So this is an ancient Egyptian D20. Sorta. Well, it is ancient. It's, I believe, from the 2nd century AD. So it is ancient. And it was found in Egypt, but I wouldn't call it ancient Egyptian. Reason being that term implies, well, it implies something. Usually what you're thinking of when you say ancient Egyptian, you think of a specific time period, which is up until around 300 BC. Well, this dice dates back to after that. This is actually Ptolemaic, which you can see because, well, the dating, obviously, but also because it's Greek. I'm not sure if, I'm guessing it does, if ancient Egyptian what you're really thinking of. If it has numerals, I'm guessing it does, but it's not this. These are Greek letters. Why? Well, this is Hellenistic period. So after Alexander the Great took over Egypt and made the Greek culture all important. Now, Greek didn't have numerals the way we know them, because those are Arabic. So they kind of just used their letters to double up as numerals. So seeing that picture made me interested. And well, my first thought was, there's ancient Hellenistic D20s. I want one. So I began thinking maybe I can make one, because I knew I did have enough skills with a knife to make one. Well, I started thinking, and the idea arose to make a set of polyhedral dice. Basically, the idea was, what if ancient Greek people had a set of polyhedral dice the way we know them now? What would it be like? And thus the idea arose to make the Platonic dice. The polyhedral dice, the way the ancient Greeks would have had them, just the Platonic solids, and most importantly, not with numerals the way we know them, but with Greek letters instead. And so I started carving. And this is it. This is it. My Platonic dice. Obviously they're not perfect, but they're balanced enough. I don't get the impression that they favor anything or don't favor something. So yeah, I use them. So I think that's about all I can say about that for now. So yeah, that's it for the dice set. Which brings me to the YouTube thing. Before I do that, let me just say I made a Twitter. I made a Twitter account, so link will be below. Please go follow me. I don't tweet all that much, but I will definitely tweet if I post a video. Also, I said last week that I would do something special this week. You may think it's the start of the series, which it also is, but what it really is this video is completely unscripted, which will probably mean that I have a lot of work in editing. We'll see. So yeah, let me know. What do you think? Is unscriptedness, that's a word, a thing that I should do more? Or is that a thing that I should absolutely not do? What do you think? Let me know. Yeah, on to the actual YouTube thing. So you know the drill. Comment, like, subscribe, share the videos. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Yeah, anything else I have to say? And go follow my Twitter. Yeah, which leaves me just one thing. Thanks for watching.